Hello, hello, hello. Hi, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Guys, this is my live interview with Sis Sandy, coming all the way from Canada. By the way, if you're new to my channel, this is Maria Lynn, a mother of four, coming all the way here in California. And I have been living here in California for 32 years. And I am a proud digital business owner for 2 years. Welcome, Sis Sandy. How are you?
Good. Thank you so much, Marilyn, for inviting me to your live today and to share my journey and my experience with the audience. Um, do you want me to introduce myself or?
Yes, go ahead, please.
So, hi, everyone. My name is Sandy. I'm originally from Panama, but I reside in Surrey, British Columbia, Canada. I also work in the movie industry and I'm a proud digital business owner. Thank you, sis.
Wow. You're in Canada. Oh my goodness. So guys, look at how global our online business is. I'm coming all the way from California, and here is Sis Sandy coming all the way from Canada. Can you imagine that? So that's another one of the best thing I love about doing this business is you get to meet people, different people from all walks of life. Again, this business is registered in 26, is it 26 countries, Sis Sandy?
Um, I,
20.
I think it's 47 countries.
Right, but it's registered in 26 countries, like our business, correct? I
I
think
think I think so. Well, not 100%, but I know that it is registered. It is registered in Canada. It is registered in the U.S. And so many other countries too.
Yeah, so this business is registered in 26 countries, if I'm not mistaken. So you can literally do this business really anywhere in the world. So if you're watching this live or you're watching this on a replay, check it out. If you've been looking for a flexible profession or a job, check out this business. This business is amazing. It's very flexible and doable, but I'm doing this live with Sis Sandy because we want to share some of our journey, and how you can resonate with us. So Sis Sandy, tell us a little bit more about you. How did you come across this business?
Well, I I've been looking for a business like this for a while. I think since the middle 20s, like I joined another business, but at the time, that wasn't for me because I was selling. Time passed by. I continued working in the movie industry. But then you get to a point. I've been doing that for 25 years. You get to a point in your life that you are looking for something more. And then I didn't see myself, working until 67 years old, working 12 hours a day, 5 days a week. Um, and so while looking for that, I continue, working, and I couldn't find what I was looking for. But, sometimes God put you something on the way to guide you where you're supposed to go. So that was what happened to me, last year. It was for some people it will be like a setback. For me, I think that setback turned out to be a blessing, because the movie industry. Because we work with the movie industry from the US too, because of the actors and directors and all that. Um, they had a strike that lasted like 8 months. So usually, when they have a strike, it's like probably 1 or 2 months. So it doesn't take that long. But by July last year, I realized, this was going for the long run. So then I needed to look for something else. So then I decided to look for it. And I actually, before this opportunity appeared into my life, I was about to join another business, and then I got to see this ad, that came up, and then one of my whys, the reasons why made me look for something is, like I mentioned, you retire early. I also have aging parents. So want to be able to spend time with them now that they are independent and all that. So travel, like I love to travel. Um, and also, eventually we'll have to take care of them. So want to be there for them. But I want to have that financial stability. And as everything is increasing, like there's the inflation is getting higher and higher. I mean, what you used to spend, in groceries now is the double.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so you want to make sure that you have that financial stability. So when I was, this ad came up, it talked about, traveling. So that's one of the things that, got my attention. Then, it was interesting to know more. I watched the webinar completely, and then I saw about the community, and that piqued my interest too. Seeing that we're a global community. So I went and proceed, with the next step, and then I watched everything. And the business for me, I check all the boxes of what I was looking for. The portability and flexibility of the business, because like I mentioned, I love to travel, and then want to be able to travel um, with my parents because they love to go to Panama, which where is where I was born. So being able to have your business with you and carry it with you wherever you go, that's what I love. That's what I was looking for, something like that. At the time, I saw those influencers on YouTube, and I say I want to have a lifestyle like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't know how to do it. So, like I mentioned, like that setback turned out to be a blessing for me because it provided all the things that I'm looking into a business, flexibility, portability of the business, um, the financial stability that will provide. And also um, there's something that I didn't know about the legacy plan, and that I found out later. So
Yeah.
this legacy plan, okay, um, you can, like, while you are alive, it can be like your retirement plan. And then when you're no longer here, you can pass it on to your kids, or to your a member of the family. So it's something that you can pass on to future generations. So that they're gonna be financially stable. So those are the other things that I love, and made me decide uh, to proceed this, because I staying where I was, or where I am, um, nothing is going to change. And then I'm going to retire, and even we have a retirement plan. By the how with the things that are going right now, it might not be enough. So why waiting until that? So I took action because I went right through, to uh, I wanted to change my life, so, and the life of my family. So this business check all the boxes that I was looking for.
Wow, that's amazing. Just listening to your story, coming all the way from the Philippines. I'm born and raised in Pampanga, Philippines. And Sis Sandy, your what is your nationality?
I'm Panamanian. I speak Spanish.
Okay. So, guys, if you're watching this live all the way from Panama, there's Sis Sandy. You can, contact her and reach out to her. And if you're watching this live or on a replay all the way from the Philippines, I'm coming from the Philippines. I speak Tagalog and Kapampangan, and English is my third language. Sis Sandy, do you speak? You still speak Spanish?
Yes, I also
Oh,
speak French.
oh, wow.
Um, yeah, because the thing is, like, when I moved from Panama to Canada, I moved to the east side of Canada, which is Quebec, and
Mhm.
they speak French. So I did all my high school in French, and after I finished high school, I moved to the west side part of Canada, where I live now, British Columbia.
Oh,
So they
wow.
speak English
So you've been living in Canada for quite a while.
quite a while. Yes, yes,
Wow.
I came when I was 13.
Oh, okay. Wow, that's good to know. I move I migrated here in the US. Well, my mom and my biological parents, they separated when I was 3 years old, and then they have two kids, and then my younger sibling, At that time, she was one, and so they both separated. They both remarried, but I stayed in the Philippines with my father, and so I grew up with him, with on my father's side, and didn't know my mom because I was only 3 years old when they separated, and my other sibling was 1 year old. So I grew up in the Philippines with my on my father's side, and then I reunited with my mother here in the U.S. when I was 16. Um, 16, and then at that time my stepdad, they were living in Netherlands, so I migrated from Philippines to Netherlands, so I live in Netherlands with them for almost 2 years because my stepdad is well, he's retired now, but he was in the military, in the Air Force. So
Oh, wow.
yeah, and then I've been living here in California since 93.
Oh,
But
nice.
yeah, I love the weather here in California. I haven't been in Canada, sis Sandy, so looking forward to hanging out with you when I visit my Canada. I want to go there actually once. Hopefully when I have more time freedom, and that's the reason why we're doing this business, because of time freedom,
Yes.
not just the financial freedom, but the time freedom itself, so that we can enjoy life better. But I must go on because I have three questions to ask you, sis Sandy. So my first question is, let's see, let's put that on the screen. What made you realize that your job wasn't giving you the life you deserve, and how did that push you into the digital world?
Um, yes, I think it, like I said, it was way before. Because of my long hours, I miss so many, family events. For example, here at the time, my brother was living with his family here. So when it was the birthday of my niece or nephew, I sometimes, I will be arriving like after, so they will be waiting for me, just to sing the happy birthday, but they already ate. Um, so, and sometimes, I couldn't even make it to the event because, I was working. um so those kind of things, like I was, when I'm working, and especially depends, what position I'm doing, sometimes I'm required to be there, and I cannot really miss the time because of the responsibility. So it was kind of, like you're constrained into that period of the production. So usually we are like before we start shooting, during the production, and then after. So I cannot really do anything. I cannot really, take time off, to go on a holiday, if there is an event. Like, for example, last year, my sister's niece, what, she was turning like sweet 15, or you call it like sweet 16 here.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
so, because of my, I was working and I didn't know, when exactly I was going to finish. She had to wait for me, and that's kind of like an inconvenience.
Mhm.
So it was really hard. So that was one of the reasons. And the other one, like I mentioned, you get to a point in your life where you want something different, like, yes, the movie industry was a dream for me since I was a little girl.
Oh, wow.
But um yeah, because it was a wish that I made when I was like 8 years old. I used to
Oh,
love the old Disney movies. I don't And then, I say one day I will work in the movie industry. So, but I never thought that it was going to happen. It just, like I say, sometimes, you get those setbacks that reroute you to different places. So I think that's how I end up being to that place. Um, so yeah, so that's one of the reasons. And, like, I didn't see myself working until 67 years old, in there, you know, because the long hours, before I had the energy, I was younger, and I could, but, as you get older, you don't have the same energy, right?
yeah,
So
totally
you get
agree.
tired. And the thing is, like, the depending where the production is, yes, I work 12 hours, but you also have to take in consideration the time that it takes me to get to my work, because where I live, I have to cross bridges to get to other cities.
Oh wow.
So there's a lot of traffic. If there is an accident, you're stuck in there.
Mm.
So um, and especially if it's raining or snow, it's like the city paralyzed. Um, so yeah, so those are one of the reasons that made me realize, I wanted to have also, when I don't work in like in a production, uh, I don't get paid. So that's something that, I've been working for 25 years, so I know how to uh, manage my finances. So, because I usually work during the summertime, and then I take during the winter time because, it's the slow season. I will take time off, and that's when we go to Panama or to Florida to visit my sister or my brother. But um, you want to be able to have and take time, whenever you want.
Mhm.
You don't want to be stuck to just one schedule. And sometimes, like that's why, I when I pick the productions, I kind of like look for, like it finish around December so that way I can go. But sometimes it doesn't happen that way. You take a production that will start like October and it go all the way to May the next year. So then, all the summertime for me that it's, like in Panama, then it's gone. So yeah, so that's what it made me realize that I needed to look for something, else. And that's when I found out this digital uh, business opportunity. And it's the best thing that it has happened to me.
Wow. So Sis Sandy is been working in the production. So it sounds like, she's very like knowledgeable on technology. um but the good thing about this our digital business is you do not need to be, no experience is needed. You do not need to be tech savvy or computer savvy. We have the amazing training site
Yes.
that that you can access 24/7 once you become an official business owner. And it's video based, so it's really, it's step by step. You can literally, even if you're not computer savvy or tech savvy, as long as you know how to follow instructions, you can literally build this business and learn this business, and you're able to do this business at your own pace.
Yes.
So and that's the reason why I joined this business, and Sis Sandy joined this business, because of the flexibility, um, that that you can build and run this business. It doesn't affect whatever job that you're doing right now. I mean, you can do this whichever time you have. It's convenient for you. So, Sis Sandy, let's go to the next question. How has starting your own business changed the way you spend time with family?
It provides, that flexibility that I was looking for before. Be able, like, for example, like take my parents to the doctors, things that I couldn't do before, because, I'm, when I'm working, I'm not able to ask permission. I mean, sometimes, like I had like very good, consider, bosses that allow me to take some time off. But I know for so many other people in the business, in our community, that they don't have that flexibility, so that makes it really hard. So for me, like, be able to be there for my parents, be able to spend time with them, allocate some time, like when I'm doing the business, also allocate some time with them. So that has allowed me to. I also, had the pleasure, to travel to Japan, and I went with my mom.
Wow.
So that's something, amazing, be able to spend time with my mom in Japan, and get to meet this new country, that it was new. I never thought that, I was going to be going to Japan, but the opportunity came, and then I took my mom with me, and it was a very nice experience for both of us. And she loved Japan, and I also love Japan too. So yes, it was a nice experience. But I think, like if we talk about, parents too, I think, like it's a great opportunity because a lot of parents, many times they're working like 2 to 4 jobs, and they're missing those milestones on their kids because they need to provide for their kids, for the food. I know that, for example, a friend of mine, um, she had a daughter that was always asking her, "Mom, why is it that, when dad comes, you are leaving, and vice versa?" And it was because of that, because, someone needed to be with the kids, um but someone needed to they needed to work, so that's why, only one person stopped, but they never were together, all both of them. So that makes it harder, so, that's one of the reasons a lot of people, especially, parents and single parents, they come to uh, do this business because they want to be there for their kids. They want to be able not to miss any milestones, because it's very important for the kids to have that, feeling that support from their parents, the love. A lot of them, when they have a school presentations, they look on the crowd to see where their parents are, and if they don't see their parents, they feel sad, because their parents are not there. So yeah, so it's a great opportunity um, for anyone, like people, like me, who want to spend time with their aging parents, or, with the my rest of my family, or for single parents, especially, that is even harder for them because it's only one parent taking care of the kids,
Mhm.
and for those who are parents also. So this is a great opportunity to be able to have that flexibility to be there present for their kids, and at the same time, have that financial stability where they don't have to worry about, uh, the financial part, and be there present for them, and not missing any milestones, and do the things that, you can do and love, with your family, like traveling and all that.
Yeah, that is very true. I completely resonate with you on that. As an employee, we're stuck working, 8 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours, and on top of that, that's not even included like the time that we have to get ready, the time that we have to get
Yeah.
to work, and the time that we have to get back home. So we're always away from home. You don't realize how much milestones and time you miss if you're a parent, or you have little kids. If you don't if your kids are all grown up now, it's time to take time to really spend time with your aging parents, because as your kids gets older, guess what, your parents gets old. So
Yeah.
it's like, you, you have to balance time and everything, and this business um will will be able to provide that for you. If you have been longing, traveling or taking vacations, you can do that. You can take vacations unlimited. We do a lot of meetups. We have global conventions every year. Last year, with this year, we did it in Japan. Unfortunately, I didn't make that because I still work my employee job, but soon, and very soon, that is the plan, to be able to replace my casino job and do this business full time, because I love to travel. I've always want to travel the world, and travel with my kids, and be able to have that flexibility to visit Philippines, as many as I want. But as an employee, I can't do that. It's hard because sometimes you I mean, it's sad. Sometimes, even like I've been working in the casino, sis Sandy, and honestly, I put in a vacation for 2 days for Thanksgiving.
Mhm.
Okay, for Thanksgiving, the day before Thanksgiving, and the day of Thanksgiving, and I got disapproved. Can you believe that? Working there for 20 years, I could
No.
not even, So it's, even though how much you work, for other other people or other company, they hold your schedule. So you
Hmm.
have to, you have to ask permission in order for you to be able to take time off. And if they disapprove it, there's nothing you can do. um,
Yeah.
unless if you don't show up for work that day. But it's very um, limited what we can have as an employee. But guess what? This kind of business, this online digital business that we do, it will provide that flexibility that you have been longing for.
Yes.
So, sis Sandy, let's see our last questions for today. What do you say to those who are skeptical about starting digital business and are stuck in their current job?
Okay. I personally was not skeptical, but I could say to them, um, by staying in the same place, nothing is going to change. And, um, I know that, like you might feel like uncertainty, like because you're afraid to take that step, and stepping into something you know. But I can give you an example um, that maybe not related to this business, but in taking that leap of faith and change. Like I was working in a position in the movie industry, and I was, yes, I had the stability. We were like the producer that I was working was always working. We finished one production, we were already prepping for the new one. So
Wow.
in terms of that, like I had that job stability, and I can also take time off. But you know I like I say, you get to a point where you like, okay, you want to go and continue the going up the ladder, right? So I asked them, you know if I could go to the next position, the higher position. But they denied me because the producer wanted to have someone that already knows the job and leave it there, right? But I wanted to go up to the next position. And so my decision there was, either you stay there and become unhappy, because um I was already, I did all my how to say that, I already, did my part on that position, and I wanted to continue up the ladder. And so I was hoping, they will give me that opportunity, right? But because I was good on my position, she wanted me to keep that. But, like, you either have two choices. You stay, nothing's going to change. You're going to get frustrated eventually, or you take that leap of faith. So I took the leap of faith. I went out of my comfortable, knowing that, I will have a job, all the time. But I decided to, because, I wanted to go up the ladder. So I decided to quit, and then, look out, and yes, it was afraid, because, I didn't have a job, after I was quitting that one. But, I wanted to go for my dream. you know my dream was to go to the next level, the next position. So I took that leap of faith, and I went up the ladder. So my story here is just to let you know that if you really want to change your life, take that leap of faith, because if you're staying in the same place, nothing is going to change. You're going to get frustrated eventually. You might be comfortable right now, but um, things in the job keeps changing. You might get a new boss that is not the same boss that you used to have, so things are going to have a little bit more friction. So you got to think about all those things. Like, sis Marilyn mentioned, on another life, your plan A might not be your plan A forever. Your plan A might disappear. So what are you going to do about it if you don't have a plan B? So it's always good to have a plan B, because you never know what could happen. So take that leap of faith for those. And also, there's also the other type of people that are not skeptical, where people that are afraid of, am I going to be able to do this job? Do I have the skills, to have the knowledge to be able to do this online business? The answer to that is yes. You have everything. And this online business, like Marilyn mentioned before, you know, you don't need to have uh, the knowledge. You don't need to have those technical skills. Why? Because this online business provide everything. It is designed for someone with zero knowledge on both. So it is a video based training that you can go and do it step by step and follow. And on top of that, you get a mentor, you get a coach, and you get the support of the community. So you're never alone in this journey. So if you are one of those person that are afraid, if you are capable of doing this, don't be afraid. Take that leap of faith, because anyone is capable of doing it. We have people from 18 years old all the way to 85 years old doing it. So if an 85 years old is doing it, you can do it, you know.
Exactly.
So don't be afraid to take that leap of faith. And for those skeptical, don't stay where you are. Take the leap of faith, watch the webinar, register, watch the webinar. You get invited to a private Facebook group. You get to browse around, ask questions to the person who invited you. And then, you decide, if you want to proceed to know more about the business. And even then, when you proceed to know more about the business, it's 30 days refundable. So you don't lose anything. So get more information. And then at that point, you decide if this business is for you or if it's not. So you got nothing to lose. But don't stay where you are, because, especially if it depends, changing your life and your family's life. So that's what I would say. Don't stay there. Take that leap of faith and find out. Do your due diligence.
Wow, that's a lot of informative um, golden nuggets, sis Sandy, that you've shared. It is, like we all say, nothing changes if nothing changes,
Mhm.
and nothing is permanent. Here in this business, once you decide to become a digital business owner, you will be a business owner for life, for
Yes.
life. And and as you are learning this business, and as you are going through your journey, you are building a passive income for life. So, and also this is transferable. So you can transfer this to your kids, to your loved ones. So it's amazing, and there's so much more to it. So, but the only way for you to, find out everything is to watch that free webinar that's 90 minutes, and then join that 30-day community trial, where it's refundable. You can refund the money within 30 days, so there is nothing to lose. You're going to get everything that you need to know before you can even make an informed decision. So guys, check it out. Really, nothing is permanent. So if you have been longing, and you have that burning desire to become successful, you have that burning desire that you've always wanted to travel the world, check out this amazing opportunity. We have the best community support. You will have mentorship, coaches, leaders that are very generous. Check it out, guys. And this business is high ticket commission. So there's so much, like, it's right, Sis Sandy. There's
Yes.
like, I mean, this is like a heaven. If you've never been in heaven, check us out. You will
Yeah.
get to see what heaven is exactly all about, and and how you can really truly live your life for the better, and live life on your own terms. Sis
Yeah.
Sandy,
Oh,
thank
yeah.
you so much. Is there anything you want to add?
Oh, yeah, I just wanted to add one thing that you mentioned there. Because a lot of people, when they come to the business, they come to think, like a plan B, a side hustle. But
Yeah,
once you're inside, you get to see how much, like uh, the opportunity
yeah.
of making, financial independence, to have with this business. So that plan B turned out to be the plan A. And that's what, we all working towards the plan A, because you see how much potential this online business opportunity has. So yes, so if I say, take the leap of faith, because it really will change your life and your family life.
Yeah, so there you have it, guys. I hope that you know we're able to inspire you. If not, you know, whatever that made your day. Hopefully, we are able to help you make your day, put some kind of knowledge there. Check it out if you resonate with everything that anything that we talked about, anything that we shared. Um, check out this business opportunity. It is heaven. People over here are very pleasant to work with. If you have been wanting to be surrounded with positive, good vibration, good energy, you will find everything in here. It's amazing. It's, again, like I said, it's like heaven. Thank you. Thank you, Sis Sandy. Thank you so much for allowing me to interview, to do this live interview with you. And hopefully we get to meet in person. Another
Yes,
thing too, you get to meet people from all walks of life. It's
yes.
amazing. I love this business, everything about it, and I'm so grateful. And I wish I wasn't that skeptical, because, again, like I said, it took me a long time to before I decided to join this business. For those of you that are watching us live or on a replay or have been following us on our social media, don't be a fence sitter. Just check it out and see, and see if it's the right fit for you, because that's the only way you will see everything and all the information about it. Thank you again. Once again, we'll see you guys on our next go
Thank
live.
you. Yeah, thank you, Marilyn, for inviting me to be part of your life today. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, Sis Sandy. Bye for now, guys. Be blessed and
Bye.
be safe out there. Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye. Thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching.